Welcome back to the IBSP. Here's your host, Boxing News.
David Benavidez is done with Canelo Alvarez. And look, let's break it down honestly and objectively as possible. And David Benavidez did a recent interview with Sean Zittel, and he spoke about a potential Canelo Alvarez fight and why it will never happen. He states, and I quote, "To be honest, I feel like I'm only worried about 175. I'm not coming back down to 168. I feel like my body is starting to get used to 175. I'm building more muscle. I just turned 28, so I'm starting to get in my prime now. I feel like this is the lane I'll stay in. It feels good to let go of the Canelo fight. I just feel bad for the fans because they're missing an awesome fight. It's insane that the fight never happened, as it's one of the biggest fights in boxing, so it's messed up we couldn't get it on for the fans. I don't think Canelo will ever fight me at 175. Now, here's the interesting thing that you take away from David Benavidez's statement. He states in the second paragraph, it feels good to let go of the Canelo fight. Think about this. Why would it feel good to let go of the fight you supposedly been wanting and chasing? Wouldn't that feel bad? If this is the guy that's been ducking and running from you, this is the guy that you've been wanting to fight so bad, it would not feel good to let that fight go. It would not feel good until you got that fight and you can whoop this guy's ass. But you know why David says it feels good to let it go? Because he's been clout chasing the whole time. David Benavidez never wanted to fight Canelo because we've always known once David moves up to 175, he's not coming back down. He's a fat boy. We understand that. That's his more natural weight class. He was too big to be at 168 anyway, and he knows that. Think about this. David Benavidez has been at 175 this entire year. So this entire year he's been calling out Canelo, been talking trash. He's never even been at this weight. So he's been at another weight class calling out Canelo. That's a clout chase. The second clout chase is that David Benavidez had an opportunity this year to activate his mandatory at 168 and fight Canelo Alvarez, and he refused because he chose to stay at 175. He chose that. Why did he choose to stay at 175? Because he couldn't make 168. That's a clout chase. See, at the end of the day, we know this man truly never wanted to fight Canelo Alvarez. And immediately after all of this happened, he refused to activate his mandatory. What else did David Benavidez do? He went online and started selling more of them garbage shirts talking about Canelo Alvarez is ducking. So you're talking about Canelo's ducking, but you moved up to another weight class. You said Canelo's ducking, but you refused to activate your mandatory. You said Canelo's ducking, but you're happy to be moving on. That makes zero sense. The only reason anyone even knows who David Benavidez is because he can't keep Canelo's name out of his big, fat mouth.